RNC Chairman, Reince Priebus. Mr. Priebus, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning.
I want a sense of what it was like last night. I just give me some of the color behind the scenes. What was going on?
Well, obviously, when we started out in the exit polling, I think, a little concerned about what we were seeing. But, like all elections, you get that exit polling, and it's like, to me, it's like pure poison. Everyone starts chasing it down. You don't know how scientific it is. You know what your voter scores say. You know what your modeling says. You know what your vote count is. You feel good about that. And then those come into play. But we just kept our head down, and I think as a team we just said, forget about that. Keep your head straight. We're going to do our job. Let's not get down and move forward. And we did. In state after state after state, Donald Trump and Mike Pence delivered. We delivered on the plan. That team did a great job, and I was just honored to be a part of it.
Can you share at all what Mr. Trump's reaction was? I mean, were you there in the room when that moment happened? And it dawned on him, hey, this is real. This is happening. I'm about to be elected president of the United States.
And I've said this many times to people, the Donald Trump behind the scenes, one-on-one, just like this, is the guy we always wanted America to see. Not necessarily the guy that the media portrayed, but it was the guy in private that we knew was the guy that could be a great president.
Well, maybe it wasn't the guy he portrayed either. Do you think that you're going to see a different side of Donald Trump?
Well, what I was going to say was he was steady the whole night through. He never got over. He wasn't high-fiving and acting. He knew and he understood what it was to be president of the United States. And even preparing for that speech last night, he knew he wanted to deliver a calm, measured response, and he did it.
Let me ask you the bigger picture question, Reince. The people have described this as a reinvention of the Republican Party. Others have described it as a hostile takeover of the Republican Party. What is it?
Look, I think in some ways it was a realignment of the Midwest. I mean, there's a lot of people that feel like they were left behind. There's a lot of people that felt like politicians have delivered things that have said things and never delivered. I think he captured the frustration of the American people. But I think also Donald Trump understands that he made a commitment, and he's going to deliver on that commitment. And I just have to tell you, I mean, just from my own experience, he gets it. He understands where we're at, and I think he wants to really deliver, and he wants to be a great president.
A couple things. Your name has been mentioned as a potential chief of staff in the White House, having some role in the White House. Is that a discussion that's happened, number one? And number two, do you feel like the Trump team is ready, that the transition work has really begun in earnest, and that they'll be ready to take the reins?
First of all, no conversation about that. None.
Your own future, yes.
Actually, no conversation. Hardly. I mean, from our viewpoint, I mean, we're not part of the transition team, but between the RNC, the campaign, nothing. But those are the things that I think we just have to slow down on. I mean, this has been like 3 or 4 hours. The same amount of sleep, about
yes,
90
we
minutes.
Are.
Mine was by accident, by falling asleep on a chair and then getting ready for this interview. But I just think that what you're seeing from Donald Trump and that team is just to be calm, measured, deliver a very mature voice to the world, and that's what you saw last night in his speech.
Do you want to roll in the Trump administration?
Honestly, I know people say, oh, it can't be possible. I haven't thought about it. And right now I'm chairman of the party. I'm excited about that job. We delivered on what we promised, which is to support our nominee like we've never done before. But Donald Trump himself made this happen, and the American people made this happen, and we were just a small part of it.
Well, he had high praise for you last night, Chairman Reince Priebus. Thank you for getting up early. If you ever really slept and being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.